The sun had barely risen over the quiet suburban neighborhood when something unimaginable happened on Willow Creek Lane. The air was cool, the breeze gentle, and early birds had just begun their morning songs. Everything seemed perfectly ordinary until a piercing alarm echoed through the street, slicing through the calm like lightning. Within minutes, 14 massive police dogs sprinted around the corner, their handlers racing behind them. The ground thudded under their paws as they formed a perfect, intimidating circle at the end of the lane right in front of a small, yellow house. At the center of that circle stood a single child. 8-year-old Aryamleen, trembling, confused, and frozen with fear. Neighbors peeked through curtains. Some stepped onto their porches, hands covering their mouths. Why were the K-9 units surrounding a little girl? What danger was hiding in that quiet street? What happened next would stay with everyone for years. Arya was small for her age, quiet and gentle with soft brown curls. She lived with her mother, Selena, who worked long hours at a nearby diner. Each morning, Arya fed Tofu, a stray cat she cared for behind her home. On this morning, Arya stepped outside holding a mud-covered backpack she had found near her fence. She believed someone had lost it, and she simply wanted to return it. But just an hour earlier, 2 thieves had robbed an electronics store nearby. During their escape, they threw stolen items into backyards, including the very backpack Arya now clutched tightly. The police dogs, trained to track stolen goods and suspect scent, had followed the trail straight to her. Arya didn't know any of this. She only knew that suddenly 14 huge dogs were closing in, barking loudly, their handlers shouting commands. Her hands shook. Tears welled in her eyes. She hugged the backpack to her chest like a shield. Seeing her terror, Officer Garin, the lead handler, quickly signaled the dogs to hold position. One by one, the powerful K-9s sat, lowering their heads while keeping their eyes sharp. The threatening circles softened into something else entirely, a silent, protective formation. Garin approached slowly and knelt so he wouldn't tower above the trembling child. "Sweetheart, are you okay?" he asked gently. Arya tried to speak, but her voice broke into sobs. Carefully, she extended the backpack toward him. Garin unzipped it and inside found metal parts, wires, and stolen electronics wrapped in rags. Everything became clear in an instant. She wasn't a suspect. She was a frightened little girl who had picked up something dangerous without knowing it. Then something stunning happened. One of the senior K-9 South, Vargo, stepped forward, ignoring his handler's command. Not to restrain her, but to comfort her. He pressed his head against Arya's leg, letting out a soft whine. Another dog nudged her hand. Within moments, the entire circle of police dogs shifted their energy from alertness to protection. 14 trained K-9 officers instinctively sensed her fear and chose to shield her. Even the officers were stunned by the sudden tenderness. Moments later, Arya's mother, Selena, came running down the street after a neighbor alerted her. She rushed straight toward her daughter. The dogs parted gracefully, like respectful guardians allowing a queen to pass. Arya collapsed into her mother's arms as Selena held her tightly, tears streaming down her face. The officers explained everything, how Arya had accidentally picked up stolen evidence, how the dogs followed the trail, and how she had unknowingly helped them solve the case. Vargo still refused to leave her side until the situation was completely under control. The officers laughed softly, telling Selena they had never seen him behave so gently or so attached to someone he just met. What began as a terrifying misunderstanding slowly transformed into a heartwarming moment of unity. Neighbors brought blankets, warm tea, and comforting words for Arya. People who had been strangers just minutes before now gathered together to support a scared little girl. In the days after the incident, Arya became beloved in her neighborhood. The police invited her to visit their K-9 training unit. She spent a Saturday learning how the dogs worked, how they protected the community, and how Vargo had sensed her fear and responded instinctively to comfort her. Under Officer Garin's guidance, Arya even got to give Vargo commands, and the big, disciplined dog obeyed every single one. For a girl who once feared approaching big dogs, it was a powerful transformation. Arya realized something important. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's finding strength even when fear surrounds you. Selena watched her daughter smile and laugh with the K-9 unit, tears of gratitude shining in her eyes. That morning on Willow Creek Lane became a reminder for everyone of compassion, bravery, and the remarkable bond between humans and animals. Even in unexpected moments, kindness always finds a way to shine.